everybody, welcome to August Best in Beauty. I'm excited to share my finds with you this month. I don't feel like I have a whole lot because I think there were so many new products that I've tried very, very recently. So they were kind of on the bubble. You know, they were things that I used a time or two, I enjoyed, but they weren't like a continual favorite throughout the month. So that does help me whittle it down to some products that I definitely have been loving a little bit longer. I'm going to start off with my lip product because this is a shade I'm just so excited about. I feel like I've had this in my collection for a while, and over the past few weeks it was just the perfect time to pull it out. So it's the Revlon Matte Balm in the shade called Fierce, and I think this is just the perfect fall shade. You know, it's matte, it's kind of spicy, it's got that brick reddish tone in it, and it's just so easy to apply. These jumbo sticks to me feel like velvety as I put them on. You know, they're so comfortable. Touching them up is no big deal. With the matte liquid lipsticks, that's kind of where you run into an issue because you might get like perfect application at the start and then you eat a salad for lunch or something and stuff starts wearing down, and it's like, do I have to go to some effort to fully remove everything, or do I add another coat on top and really start to feel this big time on my lips? So this is just more like a lipstick, and I just love the shade. I know I've talked about e.l.f.'s matte lip color in Praline a whole lot, and that is kind of similar to this, only I think this is a little more rusty. It has a little more red in it, whereas that one is a little more brownish. But I just love this color. I love the feel, the texture, you know, but the shade is so dead on right now for me. The other lip color that I've just kind of had on me a lot that I've been wearing so much is my Flower Beauty Hydra Silk. I think it's called Hydra Silk Lip Butter in the shade Rose Petal. Now I really like the Naked Petal shade in this line as well. It's more like your classic nude. This one, as the name implies, it's a little more rosy. It's definitely like a Your Lips But Better type shade. So I've just been reaching for this a whole heck of a lot, and I wore this in my no makeup look video. So that's really like where this kind of color falls for me. It looks like something that could naturally happen on the lips, but these have so much shine. A couple of face things that I want to mention. First off, the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm pretty darn certain I mentioned this in my last Best in Beauty video, and it just continues to roll right along as a great favorite for me. I loved traveling with this recently because it was like the only concealer I needed, and somebody noted in a recent video, they're like, oh wow, you can use that without like color correcting, you know, dark under eyes or the little bit of melasma that I have on the outsides, and I really don't have to color correct with this. That's the really unique thing about it. A lot of liquidy, you know, doe foot applicator concealers just do not do the job on their own, but this one does. And I was asked if I had a dupe for this. I really don't yet. This one has definitely changed the game. It's raised the bar, I think, for a lot of concealers of this kind, and it's not just because it's such good coverage, but it's that it wears so flawlessly throughout the day. Even if you do set it with a little powder, like it still just looks so fresh on the under eye area. And I like the Kat Von D. Kat Von D's Lock-It Concealer I think is good. It definitely measures up in the coverage department, but on my skin, I feel like I notice it drying me out just a bit more. This, like the freshness, the longevity is so good and so unique. So I really do love that stuff, and I wear it in the shade light to medium. And another thing that I must mention is my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder. I'm so impressed and wowed by this powder. I mean, I have a lot of loose powders that I really like using, but having this pressed kind of translucent powder here in the compact that really does do something for my skin. I feel like it smooths it out, it mattifies really well, it just kind of perfects the skin, but it doesn't look powdery whatsoever. I love that about this product. The top two places where I love to use this are under eye setting powder right after I apply concealer, or as a T-zone setting powder after foundation, or later in the day as a touch-up. It really can handle like even being added on top of your full face of makeup later in the day, and it doesn't look cakey. So I love it, love it, love it. And the brush that I often pick up to use with it is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. This is just great for this area, you know, just small parts of the face where you need a little dabberoo of some powder. It's awesome. Let's talk a couple more brushes real quick. I've got got a couple others that I've really fallen in love with from Real Techniques, and they've been in my stash for quite some time. One is the contour brush. I believe this comes in the Core Collection set of brushes, so they have these kind of goldeny yellow handles. And this little brush, these synthetic bristles make it so nice for cream products, and I've really liked this for cream contour. Just dipping pretty much directly into whatever cream contour I'm thinking I'm going to use, and then just boom, going right to the cheekbone with it, or right around the hairline. It's super soft. It's, you know, the bristles, the cut of the bristles is so super even, nice and dense. You don't get a patchy looking application, and it can really put the product on and then be soft enough and dense enough to really blend it out well. So if you're looking for something to apply cream contour, this is really nice. They have something called the sculpting brush that I've used for cream contour as well. Very dense, kind of cut at an angle. And I like this one too, but for whatever reason, maybe just the smallness, the littler size of this one makes me feel like I have a little more control with it, I guess. And because cream products are sometimes tricky and it's hard to find just the right brush to use, another one that really changed the game from Real Techniques is this shading brush. So we're talking a small brush here, you know, it's not super wide, and then it's very much pinched in right here, but it's just awesome to go over your shadow sticks that you might be putting all over the lid, either as a base, or maybe you want to wear them on their own and you want a nice blended look up into the crease. This is so nice for kind of spreading that product around, and the act of putting a brush over those products and kind of using it to move that cream product around a bit, I find it picks up some excess and it allows those products to wear better on my eyes. Especially if you find yourself to get a little heavy-handed with the shadow sticks and you just throw them on and you put on way too much. This is kind of like your corrective step to go over that and make sure there's not too much there. Something that I have kept in my travel makeup bag, which by the way continues to be my Sonia Kashuk Weekender, the best bag for like carrying all of your makeup stuff. Even if you like to travel with a good bit of makeup like I do, I mean, that takes my brushes, that takes all of my like bulkier palettes and things like that. It fits it all. I should link below to the video I did maybe a year or so ago on that product. Love that bag. And I like to keep a few like small basics in there. Like I'll keep a little eye primer, I'll keep a little face primer, a set of tweezers in there. And another thing that just lived in that bag was this small size setting spray. It's the Urban Decay D-Slick, and I'm pretty sure the packaging is now different, but it's their oil control makeup setting spray. So they've got the all-nighter, you know, that's a very long-wearing, much-loved makeup setting spray, but the D-Slick is specifically geared toward the oily people out there. And just for its size, you know, that's what was keeping it confined to that bag. But anytime I do go somewhere and use this, I always feel like it helps my makeup last longer. Like it really locks it in. Heat, humidity, walking around outside, playing outside, whatever, it really does make a difference. And sometimes with setting sprays it's hard to know, but I truly feel like this makes a difference. And one thing I will say about this though, I think sometimes people have different intentions with setting mist. Sometimes you put them on and you want to think, okay, the main reason why I'm using this is to take away the look of powder on the skin. And if that is your goal, I mean, the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist is one of the best for that. Like, I notice an immediate before and after. It's like instant radiance with this type of stuff. What I've noticed with the D-Slick is that I didn't feel like it hardly changed the appearance of my skin at all. If I had freshly applied kind of matte makeup, it didn't make me unmatte really whatsoever, but at the same time, I did feel like there was a difference in the way my makeup lasted with this on top. So I don't know, if you know you're going into a sticky situation, you are a really oily person, this may not be a bad thing to check out. Okay, on a very random note here. Retro lip smackers. I came up with a 4-pack at Walgreens. Hold on, let me find the others. I saw this 4-pack and I could not turn it down. Look how even the print on the outside is kind of a throwback to old school lip smackers. This is Candy Apple, and this one might be my favorite. The scents on all of these that I'm going to talk about are strong, candy, super, super sweet. Maybe like my sweet cravings are just putting themselves out there in the form of lip balm preferences. But yeah, this candy apple smells so strong and appley. It even does leave a little bit of a pinkish tint on my lips. Look at the sour apple, like retro style packaging on that one. Also in the set, you've got the sour orange and even a red licorice, which is just fantastic for my Twizzlers fans out there. So it was just a 4-pack and it was on the end of an aisle, and they had various different groupings of lip smacker combos, but this retro one just really made me think I've got to try that, and I really love these. Sheet masks have been my jam completely over the past month. I've used them so much, and I have kept all of their little pouches so I would remember like to talk about them and kind of remember which ones I liked and which ones not so much. But the standout for sure has been a very affordable one. I think this is like a $1.99 or $2 face mask, and it's the Miss Spa Hydrate version. And I got this at Walmart. I think I Snapchatted about these. I found them in the spa type area, like along with the body washes and the shower puffs and things like that, not near the skincare. But this particular mask, and I tried the brightening one as well, this hydrate one is really, really impressive. It is so skin softening. It's baby's butt type smoothness when you get done using this. It is a sheet mask. You leave it on for 20 minutes. For whatever reason, certain sheet masks that I've tried have been kind of stingy on my skin. Like, it has not been a pleasant, soothing experience. This one's very soothing, really feels nice, kind of cooling. Leave it on for 20 minutes, take it off. You've got all this kind of serum type stuff that's been sitting on your skin, and you just kind of continue to let that soak in. I rub it in around my face and down my neck and wherever I want to put the extra. But this left my skin feeling so like plumped up, kind of hydrated, and extremely, extremely soft. So I see this as being a good step, like if you had a big event coming up and you wanted to give your skin just a really nice treatment before you busted into the makeup, this could be nice to use then. Or, I mean, I just use it at nighttime. That's generally my masking time, is I take a shower and I'll grab a mask. And this is free of paraben, fragrance, and artificial dyes. So for just a couple bucks, it's a nice little treat for your skin. So I would highly recommend the Hydrate one. Another skincare thing that I thought I would go ahead and mention this month, because I've been using this for, gosh, I'm trying to remember when I last ran out of my Bioderma, and it's probably been a good 3 or 4 months that I've been using this, and it is my Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. And so this is a makeup removing type product, but I use it in the morning. So I haven't been washing my face at the sink like when I first wake up anymore. I've been sitting down here and just getting some of this on a cotton pad and going over my skin. And I feel like it gives me that nice fresh start, you know, for my makeup, but it never makes my skin feel totally dried out or tight. If there might be a hint of residue like around my eye area or something like that, this will pick that up. It says all skin types, even sensitive skin, and there is no oil, alcohol, or fragrance in this product either. So I've been using it for a long time. I've only put, I think, I don't know, 1/4 of a dent in this, maybe 1/3 of a dent in the bottle. But for the most part, outside of just a few renegade zits here and there, my skin has been really good. So I think it definitely has replaced, you know, splashing my face at the sink every morning, and still managed to keep my skin really nice and clean. So I love that. And those are my favorites this month. I'm looking over here. I've moved on to the fall mugs. I've got my squirrel or my chipmunk mug. I've got my nice leaf mug here. I have a nice little fall collection. For some reason, this time of year just calls for cute coffee mugs. So anyway, thank you guys for spending a little time with me today. I love you guys. I so appreciate your kindness toward me. I throw that right back at you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.